Sometimes, the road can bring out the worst in people, but what happens when their anger is met with instant justice? In this video, we'll witness some jaw-dropping moments where road rage was served with a side of karma, all caught on camera. From furious drivers who learned their lesson the hard way to heated confrontations that took an unexpected turn, these clips will keep you on the edge of your seat. Stick around, because you won't believe how quickly things can go from bad to worse for these hot-headed drivers. In Jacksonville, what began as a heated exchange on the road quickly escalated into a nightmare. Two fathers, both driving with their families, allowed their tempers to take control as they recklessly swerved around each other. The situation took a horrifying turn when one of the men, in a misguided attempt to stop the other, pulled out a handgun and fired at the tires of the other vehicle. Instead of hitting his target, the bullet struck a 14-year-old girl sitting inside. In a tragic response, the second father, filled with rage, fired back. The result? Both men ended up shooting each other's young daughters. This shocking incident is a harsh reminder of how road rage can have devastating consequences in the blink of an eye. On a busy highway, a truck driver attempts to switch from the left lane to the right, but things quickly go wrong. Without leaving enough space between the SUV and the truck ahead, the truck's trailer clips the left side of the SUV, causing the vehicle to shake violently, as captured by the dashcam. This SUV driver, frustrated and likely scared, tries to escape by moving into the left lane. But the truck driver, seemingly intent on blocking the SUV, moves into the left lane too, dangerously squeezing the SUV toward the edge of the highway. This tense moment shows just how quickly a road rage incident can spiral out of control, with one wrong move leading to a potentially deadly situation. On a congested New York City interstate, a trucker's dash cam captures the frustrating scene as traffic slows to a crawl. Impatient drivers start using the breakdown lane to get ahead, and when the trucker spots a white SUV attempting to do the same, he tries to block its path. Despite the attempt, the SUV squeezes by, and both vehicles press on. But the tension doesn't end there. After passing a police checkpoint, the SUV driver seems to retaliate by brake checking and slowing down in front of the truck, causing a dangerous situation. The trucker, not wanting to escalate things further, tries to change lanes, but the SUV driver aggressively blocks his way, refusing to let him pass. This moment is a clear example of how road rage can turn a stressful traffic jam into a perilous game of cat and mouse. On a highway in Phoenix, Arizona, a motorcyclist's camera captures a frightening moment as he rides along, unaware of what's about to happen. Suddenly, the SUV in front of him slams on the brakes, leaving the biker with no time to react, resulting in a severe crash.
I'm halfway alive.
The impact sends him and his motorcycle skidding across the pavement. Fortunately, a few good Samaritans rush to help, moving the injured biker and his bike to safety. The biker's camera footage proves valuable as it helps police track down the SUV, but no charges are filed because they can't determine who was driving. The 22-year-old biker ends up with 2 broken wrists and a nasty case of road rash, making this a terrifying example of how road rage can lead to serious injuries. In High Point, North Carolina, a truck's dashcam records a terrifying moment at a train crossing. After a southbound train passes, vehicles begin to cross the tracks, thinking it's safe. But suddenly, the gates come down again, trapping a truck and a blue car on the tracks as a northbound train speeds toward them. In a panic, the driver of the blue car abandons her vehicle and runs for safety. The truck driver, acting quickly, reverses and breaks through the crossing gates just in time. Unfortunately, the northbound train smashes into the abandoned car, leaving it in pieces. The woman flees the scene but turns herself in 2 days later, facing charges for having no operator's license and a railroad crossing violation. This moment is a stark reminder that waiting for all signals to clear at a train crossing is always worth the extra time. On a busy road in Memphis, a concerned driver named Tona Murphy spots an older woman making her way down the street in a motorized scooter. The woman seems unaware of the dangers as she drives the scooter, clearly overestimating its ability to handle the busy traffic. As she recklessly runs a red light, the situation becomes even more alarming. A third car attempts to assist, but instead it only complicates matters. Just as things start to spiral out of control, an officer arrives in the nick of time to intervene, bringing the chaotic scene to a safe end.
Is it running? You okay? Okay.
This moment highlights how well-meaning actions can sometimes lead to more trouble, and how crucial it is for everyone to be aware of their surroundings on the road. On a busy road, a man's dashcam captures the reckless actions of an aggressive driver trying to weave through traffic. Frustrated and boxed in by a truck and a car, the driver tailgates the pickup truck ahead, clearly growing more impatient by the second. The pickup truck taps its brakes, but instead of backing off, the driver makes a risky move to pass using the far right lane. Unfortunately, the driver misjudges the space between the truck and the car beside it. Losing control, the vehicle slams into a granite wall with a violent crash. Remarkably, the 27-year-old driver walks away with only minor injuries, but receives summonses for reckless driving and weaving in traffic. This moment serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of aggressive driving and how quickly a bad decision can lead to disaster. On a curving hill, a motorist's dashcam captures a tense situation as a dump truck driver, possibly struggling with their vehicle, waves the car on. The motorist continues to a busy intersection, where the far right lane is crowded with cars attempting to turn on red. Suddenly, the dump truck from earlier comes barreling down the hill, plowing into a gray sedan. The impact pushes the sedan through the intersection, colliding with several other vehicles before the truck crashes through a concrete barrier. The dump truck then plunges over 15 feet, landing on its side in a ravine. In a heroic effort, Good Samaritans pull the truck driver out just before the vehicle catches fire. Emergency responders arrive, treating the sedan driver for a concussion, and a 19-year-old in a red car for a spinal injury. Thankfully, no life-threatening injuries are reported, but this moment underscores the potential for disaster when things go wrong on the road. In Port St. Lucie, a shocking road rage incident unfolds as 63-year-old Paul Slane takes his anger to a terrifying level. It all begins when Slane abruptly hits the brakes in traffic,
Should I shoot him?
forcing a truck behind him to stop suddenly. The victims, a couple, try to go around Slane, but he isn't done yet. He follows them all the way to their gated community, where the situation escalates. Slane exits his car, brandishing a gun, and begins shouting obscenities at the couple. The woman sitting in the passenger seat records the whole encounter on her phone as Slane menacingly asks, "Should I shoot him?" At one point, Slane even attempts to grab the woman's phone before it is broken. This disturbing moment, captured on camera, ends with Slane being held without bond, leaving everyone wondering what triggered such extreme behavior. At an in-and-out drive-thru, what started as a regular wait for food quickly turned into a chaotic scene between two cars. Both vehicles, packed with people, began throwing things at each other in a heated argument. Bleach, juice, and water bottles were all hurled back and forth between the cars, making a mess of the drive-thru. Along with the flying objects, both groups exchanged nasty words, fueling the tension even more. What should have been a simple stop for food turned into a wild confrontation, showing just how quickly road rage can spiral out of control, even the most unexpected places like a fast food drive-thru. That wraps up our list of road rage moments where instant karma was served. These incidents remind us just how dangerous and unpredictable the road can be when tempers flare. If there's one thing to take away from these stories, it's that staying calm and patient is always the best choice.
Is it running? You okay? Okay.
Have you ever witnessed road rage in action? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it eye-opening. And make sure to subscribe for more jaw-dropping moments caught on camera. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next video.